Hey everyone, Scott the Scottman, and we're here to do a drive video today. We are heading west on the Ohio Turnpike, or Interstate 80 and Interstate 90. So this is a continuation of the Ohio Turnpike videos that I've been doing the past couple of years or so. And in this video, we're going to be heading west on the Ohio Turnpike from I-280 here to the southeast of Toledo, and we're going to be heading all the way to Route 109 near Delta, Ohio. Man, it's partly sunny out, so not too bad of a day, and my car thermometer is reading 41 degrees Fahrenheit. If you convert that to Celsius, it's about 5 degrees, so not too bad. It's kind of chilly, but it could be worse. Heck, up in Michigan right now, there's snow on the ground because of a snowstorm that happened yesterday, but as you can tell, didn't really happen here. But I do realize that I do have a gap I still need to fill with the Ohio Turnpike, because I still haven't filmed the stretch to the east of here coming up to 280. I might be able to do that maybe the next time I head out toward the Cleveland area or something. Yep, so right now we are going south of Toledo, and although I can't see anything right now because of that big truck or anything, but yeah, way off to the right, you're not gonna be able to see it on camera or anything. I can even see like some of the skyscrapers of downtown Toledo, because yeah, the Ohio Turnpike goes well to the south of downtown Toledo, kind of like how it stays well to the south of Cleveland over in the Cuyahoga Valley, Cuyahoga County area, like part of the whole Cleveland metropolitan area. So yeah, basically from 280 on west, this is usually not a stretch of the Ohio Turnpike I typically drive on, because anytime I'm heading out to and from Cleveland or like the eastern part of the United States, I'm always getting off at 280 to get back up toward the Detroit, Michigan area. So yeah, with this video, this will pretty much be smooth sailing because it's all just the toll road. And I'm about to go into my second year of having this Easy Pass, because I ended up getting it last year when I did my road trip out to Massachusetts around Easter. And I got it because I was going to be going on a lot of the toll roads, including the Ohio Turnpike, and it made the trip a whole lot easier. So I still have my Easy Pass account activated. I got my Easy Pass still mounted on my dashboard, so I'm able to use the Easy Pass lanes, which makes things really nice. As you can tell with the lanes along the turnpike here, it's like this hasn't been serviced in a while, so it won't surprise me if in the next year or two or something like that where they might do some road work along in here, because it'd be well needed. Okay, I need to get back over now. And there's a Stellantis plant off to the right, which of course that includes like Chrysler. Different plants and warehouses down over here. And coming up about another mile from now, we will be approaching the interchange for I-75. So interesting enough, like if you're coming from Cleveland, getting out, you can also get off here to go north up, well, to Toledo and also up to Detroit, Michigan, but 280 is more direct. I would say if you're going to Detroit and you're coming from the west, then I-75 or this interchange here would work quite well, because I-75 north goes up Toledo, and then eventually into the state of Michigan, going up toward Detroit. And you take I-75 south, you'll be heading down toward Findlay, Ohio, Bowling Green, Lima, and eventually down to Dayton, Ohio, then Cincinnati. And it appears the exit over there to the right. So like, yeah, right now we're kind of getting into like the Perrysburg area a little bit, or at least maybe like the northern end of it, because the suburb of Perrysburg is off to the left a little ways. And coming up in about another mile, we'll be crossing over the Maumee River, which is the main river which flows through the city of Toledo, and it goes right through downtown Toledo, which I still need to film. I did like a video a very, very, very long time ago, like well over a decade ago. It's not really that good, so I kind of want to film I would like to film like an updated video for Toledo with a lot better video quality, commentary quality, just a lot more quality. Okay, and here is the crossing for the Maumee River. And yeah, if you look off to the right, obviously not on this video, you can also see it downtown Toledo off in the distance. And we're entering Lucas County now, because yeah, the Maumee River kind of divides, for the most part, the Lucas County and Wood County, over, at least over here. So we're starting to get into Maumee, Ohio now. And here is the Anthony Wayne Trail, which we're going under right now. That's basically US Highway 24 that heads southwest out of the Toledo area, the way over toward like Napoleon, Defiance, Ohio, eventually toward Fort Wayne, Indiana. And of course the Anthony Wayne Trail the other way would take over toward the Toledo Zoo, and then eventually into downtown Toledo. So about a couple miles from now, we come up to the interchange that's technically for I-475 and US Highway 23. However, there is no direct connection to I-475, which is also US Highway 23. It's like, it's interesting because I just filmed a video on Highway 20 going through the Toledo area just earlier today. And I got to show off the interchange. So what's interesting is that if you get off of this interchange about another mile from now for US Highway 20, you have to get onto Highway 20, take some side roads, and then you can get over to I-475 and US Highway 23. It's well marked so that we can easily get over to that freeway. So it's kind of weird how they have that, because as we'll see, there is no direct interchange with 475 and 23. Because yeah, if you go north on 23, that heads up into Michigan as well, up toward Ann Arbor. But it's a fast way to get up to Flint, Michigan, and then continue way up to northern Michigan. It's a lot faster than going to the northeast toward Detroit. So yeah, here's the interchange here, and we just went over Highway 20 back there. And as we're getting out of the Toledo area a little bit, it's like, yeah, the turnpike, it's three lanes each way from here all the way to the east, pretty much going all the way toward where I-80 branches off of I-76 over near like Youngstown area. starting from here, going all the way to the Ohio-Indiana border, this becomes just 2 lanes in each direction. Because I would say once you get past that interchange going west, you're either going to all the different smaller communities up here in northern Ohio, northern Indiana, or you're heading the direction of like Elkhart, Indiana, South Bend, and eventually to Chicago. So yeah, there's 230 miles until you get to Chicago. So it's quite the distance. And yeah, this right here, this is 475 and 23. But yeah, I don't know if they'll ever put in an interchange there, just because you got residential neighborhoods off to the right and you got a park off to the left, and then on the other side of the freeway, I think there's some other like businesses or apartments or something, and there's also of course a little creek. So I don't see them ever putting in an interchange there. Getting into the western outskirts of the Toledo metro area now, as we start hanging out more into the countryside. But yeah, I mentioned about it briefly in the US Highway 20 video that I just filmed. But yeah, just last weekend, real time as I'm filming this video, I went back to 90s Con, which is a 1990s themed convention in Hartford, Connecticut. I went last year. If you're curious about what that is, I did like a full video on my trip there last year, but I ended up going back for a second year and had a really great time going there. This time I was able to buy a VIP pass, which is basically like a fast pass where you can stand in shorter lines and meet different celebrities and get different perks too, such as one free selfie up to $50 with a celebrity, and then also you can get into the after party for free instead of having to pay a fee for it. So I had a really great time and got to meet a lot of people while I was there. It's like I got to meet a lot of the cast from the show Step by Step, from Boy Meets World. Also got to re-meet Dave Coulier and Jodie Sweetin from Full House because they were there last year. So I went ahead and got to see them again. But yeah, it's like, yeah, with having the VIP pass, it's like you get through those lines pretty quickly. Like the only time you're really having to wait a long period of time is if you're waiting for the celebrity guest to appear at their table or something. Because that was the case for sure, like with Patrick Duffy, which of course Patrick Duffy played the dad on the sitcom Step by Step, and then before he did that, he was on the primetime soap opera Dallas. Which he's probably more famous for Dallas than he was for Step by Step, but Step by Step was still a successful show on TGIF. It was on the same TGIF block as like Full House or Family Matters. Shows like, basically shows like that. We'll be coming up to the interchange for Highway 2 or Route 2, which Highway 2 heads east into or back toward downtown Toledo, and then east of Toledo. It eventually runs parallel with the Turnpike, and it offers a free alternative to getting over toward Cleveland. Oh, and over to the left, that's the big runway for the Toledo Airport. Toledo's all the way out here. Although the funny thing is that a lot of people who come to visit Toledo, a lot of them tend to fly into Detroit Metro Airport. Because from Detroit Metro Airport, I would say it's probably 45 minutes away from Toledo. And there are a lot more connections through Detroit because Detroit Metro Airport is a pretty big airport where, of course, the Toledo Airport is not. But, of course, if you can get a good deal flying into Toledo, then, of course, go for it. And, yeah, speaking of Delta, Ohio, we got 14 miles to go, but keep in mind that's for getting into downtown Delta, which is where we're going to get off at the interchange for Highway 109. That's going south of the turnpike. That'll take you down into Delta, Ohio. Turnpike, once you get west of the Toledo area, it's a lot quieter because I feel like a lot more people travel between Toledo and Cleveland, especially people coming down from Michigan. And at the same time too, it's like people go the opposite direction too to head over toward like Pittsburgh or get on the Pennsylvania Turnpike to head all the way over to Philadelphia or Harrisburg. Or even continue on I-80 going to New York. Or heck, continue on I-90 and then head up to downtown Cleveland, then over to Erie, Pennsylvania before heading toward Buffalo, New York, and then heading to upstate New York. So as we're about to see coming up, they're doing making some changes on the Ohio Turnpike. Because for the longest time, it's like it was entirely a ticketed system, unless you have the Easy Pass, of course, where it ran from like the eastern end of the turnpike all the way to like 2 miles from the Ohio-Indiana border. But they're shortening the ticketed portion, the main part. There's still gonna be some other tolls further west, but it's like they're putting in a brand new toll gantry here. But it's gonna be designed so that if you have the Easy Pass, you'll pay your toll here. But you're able to keep going at the normal speed limit. But they do still offer cash lanes, so if you don't have the Easy Pass, you can still pay with cash or a credit card, and you just go over to a normal toll booth. So yeah, the Ohio Turnpike. Oh, we're now leaving Lucas County, entering Fulton County. So yeah, the Ohio Turnpike is one toll road, which is still to this day allowing options to be able to pay with cash or credit card, where more and more toll roads these days are shifting to 100% cashless, so like all electronic. Because you're seeing that now like down in Texas with their toll roads, or even like in the state of New York with the New York State Thruway. I think even the Pennsylvania Turnpike now is all cash free or all electronic. Too, like that toll gantry back there, it's not active yet as I'm recording this video, although they're supposed to be opening it up very, very soon though. So who knows, maybe even by the time this video goes up, they could be ready to hoping that.
Pretty much the rest of the Ohio Turnpike going all the way to the Ohio-Indiana border. This is pretty much the general scene of what you're going to see. Just all farmland, and it's very flat. But I would say with this video, we have like several more miles to go. This video, it's like, because I'm basically gonna be heading back toward Toledo, but I might take one of the back roads, or maybe so that way I don't have to pay more than I need to for the turnpike. Plus, I'm not in a huge rush today, so I don't have to hurry back home or anything. Right now, it's like I'm starting to plan out what I'm trying to do for the rest of the year. Well, at least in the next few months or so. Because for stuff that's maybe like toward like October, November, December, that's way too far away. I usually don't plan that far ahead. So I have like 2 more miles to go in this video, so like just a couple more minutes. Okay, so yeah, so when I mentioned about the city of Delta, Ohio, it's not due south of 109. It's like what you have to do is, yeah, go south of 109 and then you can head to like the alternative route 20 and then take that east and then you'll get into Delta. So yeah, once you get off this exit, just follow the signs for Delta and then you'll get there in no time. Alright, so we're about to go over Highway Highway 109. Well, not just yet. I think this is like a road. This is like railroads. Yeah, railroad tracks. But yeah, right here, there's 109, which we're going over right about there. So there's 109, and here's the exit for it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video here on the Ohio Turnpike or Interstate 80, Interstate 90 West, going from I-280 southeast of Toledo all the way over to Highway 109 near Delta, Ohio. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that we don't miss out any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott or the Scottman. Excuse me. Or thank you for watching. This is Scott or the Scottman signing out.